So I got to check out the film I Know What You Did Last Summer. This stars Chase Suey Wonders, Madeline Klein, Jonah Howard King, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Jennifer Love Hewitt. A group of friends are terrorized by a stalker who knows about their gruesome incident from their past. The film is directed by Jennifer Kaytin Robinson. This is the sequel to I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and this is the 4th installment in the franchise. Now, the response to the latest installment has been very interesting, and this sequel makes a lot of bold choices. Are they perfect? No, but I did have a fun time watching I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, I want to talk about what really worked for me here. Let's start with the casting. I think Jennifer Love Hewitt is phenomenal here and the best I've seen her in a very long time. Jennifer is the best part about this franchise. Freddie Prinze Jr. is great. Chase is also very good. I think some of the supporting characters are just okay. But Madeline, who you may know from starring in Outer Banks, is just fabulous here. I think she brings a very likable charm. She's funny. And as for the story, I liked it for the most part. I love slasher movies, but I can't help comparing it to other recent reboots. The newer film is meant to appeal to millennials and Gen Z. Honestly, I thought we were going to get some cringy millennial humor or even Gen Z humor. And for the most part, the humor and the dialogue, it's all pretty good. The one joke I actually did like is how one of the characters acknowledges the AMC Nicole Kidman ad. The newer sequel does rely on some nostalgia. There's some callbacks to the previous films and even some callbacks to characters. Lots of surprises in store if you really love the original. And for the kills, I thought they were pretty good for the most part. There was one I thought that was pretty lame and two that I actually really enjoyed. But I also enjoyed the chase sequences that we see between our victims and our stalker. The sequence I did like involved the character of Danica, played by Madeline, and the stalker, and that scene took place in the graveyard. Now, one thing I didn't get to mention yet is how the film chooses to explore its themes. This film explores trauma and the consequences of past actions. I just thought it was really interesting to see how trauma can impact one's life. And the film adds a nice layer to this because the character that Jennifer Love Hewitt plays is a psychology professor who specializes in trauma. Now I think the director did the best that she could on this project, and I admire her for taking on this challenge. I think there's other directors that could have taken on this story, like Josh Rubin or even Zelda Williams. To me, they would have been stronger fits, personally speaking. And now from what I've seen, audiences, I feel, to me, have been pretty split on the ending. Some calling it BS, some are praising it. But I thought it was a bold and entertaining choice. Do I love it? Not 100%. Now, did we really need a reboot or sequel to this franchise? No. But I enjoyed seeing this film get a modern take and having new audiences exposed to this franchise. Not a perfect watch, but I still had a fun time viewing it. I'm going to give I Know What You Did Last Summer this grade right here.